In this video, I'll show you how to install the Server Core version of Windows Server 2025. Server Core is the stripped down version of Windows Server that doesn't include all the GUI administration tools. I start with a VM booted off the Windows Server 2025 Eval Edition ISO. The first dialog asks me to specify language, time, and currency format. I specify keyboard layout, I choose to install Windows Server and agree that everything will be deleted. On the Select Image page, I choose the default Windows Server 2025 Standard Edition. Note that the default on the installation media is the Server Core version. I'm sure a few people have made that mistake in the past. I accept the licensing terms. I specify that I want to use the entirety of the single disk attached to the VM. I click Install and Windows Server installs. As this is Server Core, the interface is text-based. I'm asked to provide a password for the built-in administrator account. Once this is done, I'm presented with the Sconfig environment. Sconfig is a menu-driven terminal configuration tool. This environment allows you to manage basic settings, including computer name, domain membership, software updates, network settings, date and time, and activation. My first task is to configure the network settings manually. I have to do this because this particular server is deployed on a network without DHCP, which is how the network adapter is configured by default. I set the IP address to 10.10.10.20, the subnet mask to 255.255.255.0, the default gateway to 10.10.10.1. I set the network adapter's DNS to 1.1.1.1 and to 8.8.8.8, which are published DNS servers. I then drop down to the command line and throw a ping at 1.1.1.1 to confirm internet connectivity. I then jump back into Sconfig. Now that I've established network connectivity, I'm going to patch the operating system to the current patch level. I go into the Updates menu, choose to search for all updates, and then choose to install all available updates. The updates download and then install. I restart the computer. Now that I'm logged on, I change the computer name from the generic random one to TWT-SC1. This necessitates another computer bounce. I log on. The next step is to alter the DNS configuration. My initial configuration set the DNS servers to public ones on the internet. Now I'm going to configure the primary DNS server to the address of a domain controller on the same subnet. I then choose the option to join a domain, specify the domain name using its DNS name, specify a domain admin account and password. The computer domain joins, and then I'll bounce it again for the configuration to take hold. To verify the join, I log on with the domain account prime. The final thing I'm going to do is install a Windows Admin Center instance locally. I can do that by running the following PowerShell command. Start bits transfer, set the source to acker.ms whack download, and specify the file name I want to write it to. Now that the file is downloaded, I execute the downloaded file using the default settings. This will install the WAC instance using a self-signed certificate. I check that the service is installed, start the service, and verify that it's started. Now that all that's done, on a separate host with a browser, I navigate to the server core's IP address on port 443, and I have access to the WAC server, giving me a remote graphical method of managing this newly deployed server core computer. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.